Hi YouTube and YouTube subscribers, this is Natasha Gates here with part 2 of 42 and pregnant. Well, my eyes are pretty tired and I don't have my globs of eye makeup on and I'm outside, so you can see that I have some dark circles and or makeup residue all over my face, so just ignore that. But now I'm almost 40 weeks and I think I'm 40 weeks and 4 days pregnant now. So there's the silhouette. And I'm past my due date, which is August 13th. And I'm okay with that because obviously I don't want the pain of the labor. So I'm in the barn in the back of my house because my significant other does not like YouTube or YouTube videos or anything that I do, so I have to do it in private or else he'll like get in another bad mood and then I don't know, it's just too much drama for me. I'm a Capricorn, so I don't deal with drama or anything like that. But anyways, yeah, I am like super tired. I just took a nap, then I took a shower in hopes that I'll be ready tonight to have the baby or tomorrow morning or something along those lines. But like I was saying before about the weight, the last baby I had when I was 41, I gained a lot of weight. It was like 40 some pounds, and it was really hard to walk in the end or in the middle, and it was just unhealthy. I felt my heart having a lot of strain, and like going up and down the stairs was not an option. I couldn't get up the stairs. So I mean, that's why I brought up the weight for everybody to make sure that you're at a good BMI before you get pregnant, especially when you're older, because your pelvic bones and your knees, your joints, everything is just gonna take a beating when you're older than the normal time frame of having a baby is. So anywhere after 35, you really want to make sure that you're at a good, solid foundation as a physical self before you get pregnant, because you're not supposed to lose weight when you're pregnant. So just remember that you are going to essentially put on 25 to hopefully not 40 pounds, but I did it. So, and then calculate your weight and see if you're going to be able to withstand that weight, because I'm telling you, I couldn't. And if I can go back, I wouldn't have eaten so much food. Anyways, yeah, I am not looking forward to answering any phone calls from the hospital saying, oh, come in and we're going to induce you, or we need to get you going. It's like, no, I don't want to get going. I want to come into the hospital when the baby's ready. It's like, what if they have my due date a little bit wrong? What if I, really didn't remember when my last period was, which I didn't. I said November 6th was my last day, or the first day of my last period, but I don't know. I don't write it on the calendar. It's not something that I want everyone to see on my wall or think about. I don't know. So it's like maybe I do have another couple days or a week left, and I just think it's more healthy for the baby to be able to have that extra time. But that's just my opinion. So I'm not that bubbly today. I just want my body back. I want to get, kind of like more healthy, and I want to go back to my healthy diet without, having these weird cravings for McDonald's. That's makes me sick to my stomach, but it is what it is. I've been secretly eating ice cream, which I haven't eaten in like probably 12 years or something like that. I don't even know. And like I had this like chocolate ice cream attack for the last 5 months of my pregnancy. So very strange. because I don't even eat sweets when I'm not pregnant. I just don't like them. So, anything else I have to add about being 42 and pregnant? I don't know. I would just say that it's a part, like if you've had children before in your younger years, before you became a geriatric patient of the OB-GYN ward, I would say that you appreciate the miracle of life more, and that you know how valuable and beautiful and such a wonderful miracle or miraculous phenomenon that this is, as opposed to having your first kid or second kid and then having more occupation in your brain worrying about what's going to go wrong. Well, this is my fifth child, so I know not to expect anything, not to be like, for sure I'm having a natural birth or for sure I'm having a C-section. Things will happen as they happen, and it's as you get older, it's a process of accepting what is going to come instead of having expectations of what's to come of your own. So just go into the birthing process, no matter what you're going to have, whether it's an emergency C-section or a C-section that was not anticipated, or just a natural birth that you changed your mind about. And also, a lot of women say, well, I'm not getting an epidural, and that's final and no drugs, but then they end up having an epidural. Just that's an example of having no expectations, but then just being open-minded about the things that can happen and the things that might happen. So I find that being older gives you a more critical outlook of what is the reality of the situation versus what's ideal for you. In the end, it's what's best for the baby, so the doctor and the OB-GYN team will decide that for you. And again, being in special care is very nice because you're constantly being monitored. They call you, you have more appointments, you're aware of the status of your baby more than people that are younger than 35 because they just assume that you're having a healthy birth. So, I mean, really, to end this, it's not a terrible thing to be pregnant and 42 or over 40 or over 35 and being a geriatric OB-GYN patient or advanced stage patient, whatever you want to call it. It's your own journey and it's your own kid. It's your own decision. It's just that I'm a huge advocate for maintaining outside and inside health so that you can be a better mother and give your baby the optimal self that you are, instead of being like, well, I feel bad about myself because I'm overweight, or any regrets about having kids too late in life, or I can't do this, I can't go out because I had another baby. It's like, you have to understand that the years that other people are going to have of freedom, so they say, or like vacation time or empty nester time, that's not going to happen in your lifetime unless you live until you're like 100, because they're going to graduate when you're in your 60s, and your 70s essentially are going to be your prime time to shine, if you look at it that way, without children in your house, because they should be off to college or the military or somewhere instead of your basement. Yes, I know people with their kids in their basement. Very strange. But we can't judge them either because we don't know why. Anyways, I hope this ending of part 2 and being 42 and pregnant helped you a little bit to kind of guide yourself mentally more than anything, to understand that being 42 is great if you feel great, and also if you look great. If not, I can imagine that it wouldn't be such a great thing to be 42 and pregnant. So that's my take on 42 and pregnant, and I'm looking forward to having my baby. Here's my belly again. Yeah, I'll even lift it up for you. It's like popping out. And no, I don't have stretch marks. Somebody asked me that, like, oh, your stomach must be shot. And this is just like the last thing that I'll say. I don't have stretch marks. Why? Maybe because it doesn't run in my family. My mom doesn't have them. My grandmas don't have them. I just got lucky. Is there any way to get rid of stretch marks? No, unless you get them removed because it's subdermal. Don't waste your time on creams. I'm sure that there's expensive laser treatments that do help with that, but you cannot get rid of stretch marks. It is a scar. So if you got stabbed and have a scar, there's no way to get rid of the scar. It's a scar. So if you have stretch marks, I'm sorry, but I don't. I have no stretch marks on my belly. Mom. And that's something that I'm really lucky, and that I know that I'm probably a small percentage of people because I've had this 5th pregnancy. So if you have stretch marks, then you have stretch marks. Somebody might look at you and be like, ew, that's gross, but you know what? It's part of life, and some people have them and some people don't. So anyways, that was a question that I wanted to answer, because a lot of people are like, oh, your stomach is probably really gross looking, or it looks like tiger stripes. No, I don't have any of that. And yes, my body always goes back to the same weight, and I always go back to having a flat stomach. It's just, I don't know. I'm very lucky. If you don't have that luxury of going back to normal, then I'm sorry, but do the best you can. Do sit-ups, exercise, and just do outwardly things that make you look good. You know, put on a nice outfit, get your hair done, get a nice haircut, do your makeup, do your nails. There's always a way to feel better about yourself, even though there's things that you don't like about yourself. So hopefully there won't be a part 3 of 42 and Pregnant, because I'm ready to have this baby girl. And I wish everybody a great night or day or early morning, whatever time it is. And I give much commencement to the mothers who have withstood pregnancy for 9 months or had a natural birth. God bless you. And I just really want to have the best for everybody out there. And don't forget to have the best day that you can have, because you're in charge of your day, and don't let anyone mess it up for you. So I will talk to you for the next video, and maybe it'll be on something else. Give me some ideas. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.